Hey, how are you doing? This is Stephen Rao for SpartanAvenue.com, and Michigan State loses Saturday to Northwestern, and Pat Fitzgerald continues his dominance over Mark D'Antonio here in recent years. And one of the really unfortunate things is that Michigan State, for most of the game, defensively played rather well. Clayton Thorson threw some amazing passes that, Trey Person playing cornerback there on one of them. The commentators were saying you couldn't have played defense any better than that. He really, even getting a first down there in the first half, you could see the arms of the Michigan State defenders, and the ball just somehow found its way through there. So he was on his game playing the Spartans. So for that part, I will just say that Michigan State defensively did okay. There was a couple of busted plays, David Dow forgetting where the receiver was, and you really do forget the first rule of being a safety, which is you don't let anybody behind you, and he did. So I don't know what was going through his mind during that part, but there were some good things, there were some bad things. Overall, defensively, I thought what Michigan State did was when they were aggressive, which is the previous week in Central Michigan, when they're aggressive and they get after the quarterback, they send the extra blitzes, or extra guys, they're able to put pressure, and Northwestern gets a 3 and out. When they sit back in some soft zones and give them the 5 to 8 yards, then Northwestern's going to burn you, and that's what they did. So Michigan State didn't really make some adjustments. They kind of went back to playing this soft coverage look that I really don't understand why they were doing that, when being aggressive was what got them some success in that game defensively. On the offensive side of the ball, why in the world do you call 2 straight plays to the short side of the field? As an offensive coordinator for Michigan State, Dave Warner, I don't know. And that's on him, and thankfully, he did take the onus for that. And I could see maybe you do it one time just to, surprise people. But the second time, even the commentator, Spencer Tillman, was like, there's a wide side of the field, and a play like this is, you want to run that there. But it wasn't just Dave Warner's play calling. It was really, Michigan State is banged up. They have guys on the offensive line, the 5th straight, I believe, different offensive line up there. Also, there were some fundamental problems. Matt Sokol, a senior, 5th-year senior tight end, jumping up every time the ball was near him to catch when it was unnecessary. And just as a former high school football coach, I will say this. One of the things that we taught in high school, you don't need to jump for the football, especially when it's unnecessary. And I know he was a high school quarterback. However, this is really a basic concept that receivers, tight ends, should already know. So I don't really know why he felt the need to. Maybe just excitement. Maybe he doesn't see the ball a lot. But it'll be interesting going forward to see if Matt Dotson is able to replace him with more as the tight end. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I do not anticipate Michigan State, even with this players-only meeting on Saturday that they had, really making any kind of a difference on Saturday. I do believe Michigan State's going to lose that game, and it's just a matter of how much by. Do they have the talent to really compete? For sure, absolutely they do. And on that note, I'll just say this. When you watch Brian Lewerke really move the ball in that 3rd quarter, and also near the end of the second half, and yes, he did throw the interception, but it goes back to last year, which is he is very comfortable when he's in a no-huddle, a 2-minute offense. He's able to really pick apart defenses, and he just looks comfortable out there when he's doing that. When he has to stop and they call the play and they do that, it does tend to break his rhythm. So when he gets into a rhythm, he looks great, albeit he did throw an interception there, but that's something for Michigan State to consider. And also, I will say this, a lot of people have made a comment about he's not running as much, and that really did make a difference last year. When he ran, he bailed them out of a lot of bad calls by basically tucking the ball and running. And now you see him wanting to stay in the pocket, wanting to be that pocket passer, yet at the same time, it's also hurting Michigan State as well. And so the very thing that helped them, his legs, get those 10 wins last year, is the very thing that's really, in my opinion, why they are struggling this year. So those are my thoughts on that game. and Penn State's going to be a huge contest, and so hopefully the Spartans can, pull that one out. But at this time, it's really hope that I have rather than reality. So again, I'm Stephen Raff for SpartanAvenue.com. Please click the like button or subscribe. Thanks so much.